Hey babes, what's going on? It's your girl, That Witch Dani. Welcome to your 2026 astrology and psychic forecasts. It is gonna be really busy, really fast. So not a total shit year like 2025 was, but it's coming with a lot of change, and it's gonna be rapid change, right? So buckle up, I guess. This is the best advice I can give you. If you have major placements in Leo or Aquarius, I get like a 5-point harness. I don't know. You just hold on. It's good. Like, it's good. I don't want to freak you out. Like, it's good, but it's going to be a lot. And like, I'm a Leo, so I get it. We're going to be fine. Or we're not. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're going to be fine. But the January's packed. Okay, it's packed from the very first day. There's so many different aspects and transits and things that are going to happen between very powerful like planets and placements. So we already have Venus in Capricorn. It's Capricorn season, so the sun is in Capricorn, and Mars is moving into Aquarius in the end of January. But while it's in Capricorn, it's exalted. So Mars loves to be in Capricorn, even though it's Aries ruler. In Capricorn, it's exalted, meaning their two energies like fire each other up in the right way to make real changes in your life. So Mars is action oriented, right? It's all about forward movement and going after your passion. Like, it's go, go, go. And Capricorn is all about like career and public image, right? Kind of leveling up and success. So this is going to be all about career for most of you in the earlier part of January until we get to like Aquarius season, which is like the 19th, halfway through. The new moon in Capricorn on the 18th is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy, and I want you to remember that, and I want you to remember who told you first. Right at the same time that we'll have this new moon in Capricorn, we're also going to have a Venus conjunction with Pluto, which is Venus in Capricorn and Pluto in Aquarius. So this is going to be about a power dynamic. There's going to be power struggles coming up in your life. What, like authority figures, partners, parent, child, boss, whatever. What relationships are you experiencing these like power struggles? Focus on that now, because it's about to blow. I mean, it's better for you to kind of have the upper hand and be ahead of it, if that makes sense. Remember, on the 19th, when Aquarius season starts, we have another conjunction. Venus will be conjuncting Pluto. Mercury is going to be moving into Aquarius. So lots of things happening all at once. In the very beginning of the month, there are going to be 5 planets in Capricorn at the same time. Well, placements, because the sun and the moon count. I don't know. I don't know what that's going to be like. It's going to be bananas. This year is the year that we've been talking about for all these years. The year where like the Great Awakening happens, right? Possibly 5D ascension for most of us. If you're watching this, that would be one. You'd be one of them. You have to be awakened to go. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. But it's the time, right? And it happens early. So February 20th, 2/20. It's the most important day of the year. Lock it in. February 20th. That's the official Great Awakener day. It's never happened before. The placements that are going to happen that day, not just in our lifetimes, but it's never happened in recorded history. And astrology is all about pattern recognition, right? That's how Nostradamus did his predictions. That's how astrologers know how to give you a horoscope for next month, right? They know what happens when Pluto's in Aquarius, so they can pull energy from that. It's a pretty safe assumption. You're going to go through something like that, during that time. There's nothing to go back and do pattern recognition on for these conjunctions. They've never happened. However, they could have happened before the discovery of like Neptune. Neptune was discovered like in the late 1800s, and Pluto not till the 30s. Like we haven't had a lot of time, right, for some of these outer planets that take 290 years to finish a cycle. There's just not enough data, or none at all. However, we know like what it's like. What is the energy of Neptune? What does that bring to the party when it has a big conjunction, right? Like those are the things we know. So you can still take a good amount of information from it. It's happening at 0 degrees Aries, which is the biggest deal. That's the part of this equation we've never seen before. You know, hasn't happened before in recorded history. Aries is the step 0. It's the very start of the zodiac. It's technically the beginning of the year. Is Aries season. And it's degree 0 on the zodiac wheel, on the axis wheel, which, I know you guys probably all know what I'm talking about, but just in case you don't. Not everybody is like into astrology just because they're into tarot. That would be a silly assumption. Sorry guys, I'm lying. Here's one. Okay, so this is like planetary movements for the year, right? There you go. So on the wheel, the astrology wheel that we use, it's based off of like the shape of the sky. Aries is number 1, 0 degree, right? Very first degree that we start studying that. That is a reset. It's only happened once before, as far as we know, which would have been our creation, the creation of Earth and human beings. So that's the level of reset that happens on February 20th. Like, let that sink in for a minute. The only other time we believe it's ever happened was our creation. So what the hell is going to happen with a complete reset? We're not all going to die. It's not going to be like fire and brimstone and shit. Stop it. I can already hear you, and you haven't even seen this yet. It's just going to be different. It's a full reset. We won't live the way we live now. We won't feel the way we feel now because we won't vibrate on the same level that we're on now. It's time for our major glow up. The Great Awakening, the masses will start to awaken, people will freak out, and we'll all be like, yeah, we knew. We tried to tell you. You didn't want to listen. And we'll sip our bourbon, and we'll laugh, but we will help them because it's our job. Get ready. It's about to get really busy. Okay? So 0 degrees Aries, huge deal. Huge deal. Neptune moving into Aries, period, is a huge deal. It's going to be January 3rd, I think. There's like 4 planets that'll all be in Capricorn, and Neptune will move into Aries. That's a big transition that day too. Take inspired action. Like focus on your goals that week, like especially the 3rd through like the 16th. All the energy supporting you is about inspired action in your career and like focusing on your goals and what you're trying to accomplish. Okay. Then right after that, there'll be 5 planets, all in Capricorn. The Sun, Mars, Venus, Mercury, and the Moon will all be in Capricorn. That is an insane amount of Cappy energy, okay? Some of y'all could have issues like legal matters coming up. It's a common time for that. But it could be things like marriage contracts and licenses. It doesn't have to be bad legal matters. I mean, that's your business. I'm not asking. But court, shit like that. If some of you were like waiting for like a case to be finished, it could close out here around the 16th. 18th is that big, powerful new moon. That's really going to set you off for 2026 and being ready for this like great awakening and reset on the 20th of February. So make sure you're really focused on what you actually want to bring into your life, because whatever that is, it's coming during the reset. You better really know what you want before that happens. Leave what you don't in 2025. You got a couple more days. Like, it's time to hustle. It's Capricorn season. Do the work. I promise you I am. I sobbed all night last night. That's why I look like this. I'm doing it too. I'm not immune. We all have to go through it. Unless we don't want to grow. That's not us. We want to grow. Cardinal signs. You're going to feel this a lot. The whole of Capricorn season, like the beginning of January astrology is really going to hit you hard. So Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. Obviously, if you have major placements in any of those signs, your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Jupiter, even your nodes, it's going to have a much stronger effect on you. And if you have Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Cap all in your chart in high placements, especially anything around 0 degrees, just hold on. We're here for you. The 6th through the 9th, we're also going to have a Cazimi going on, a Mars Cazimi. I know everybody loves them because Cazimi is a funny word and it's fun. This is actually it's a triple Cazimi. We'll have the Mars and the Sun, the Mars which will be exalted in Capricorn, and the sun all forming this conjunction with Venus and doing like their little dance. And, you know, Venusian energy is very abundant. It's about abundant love and abundant fortune, you know, luxury in your life, the way you live. What do you desire, right? Venus is what do you desire? Mars is this is how you get it, right? So you got to know what you want because Mars is going to fuel that and show you how to get it. Just know that whatever you're focused on is what's coming in. Make sure that's really what you want. On the 3rd, we also have a full moon in Cancer. This first week is effing bananas. A full moon in Cancer is, you know, the moon rules Cancer. It's at home in Cancer, but it's super emo. It's a water sign full moon. It's super emotional. And usually is related to issues around home and family. It's 4th house. They're going to be opposite in opposition to the sun in Capricorn. You know, Capricorn is the axis, you know, anti-axis of Cancer. They're directly across the zodiac wheel from each other. So total opposition between a full moon in Cancer and the sun in Capricorn. It's like a mirror flip. It's a perspective flip, if that makes sense. You're going to get clarity. There's no doubt in my mind. You're going to get clarity. Lots of insight, lots of intuition, but it will be tied to a lot of emotion. So just make sure that you're able to sort of separate the two. Okay. It'll definitely bring endings, but it's going to bring endings that you need. Okay. To start the year off right. You can't, you know, start flying, you know, on your broomstick if you have an anchor attached to your cape. You can't. Let it go. That might have been a really good one. I feel like that might have been good. It's like a new tagline. 2026 is also going to end with a full moon. So, big year. We'll talk about that obviously way later. And, you know, I'd love to give you sort of more of like a thorough overview of every month, but I think we're going to have to do that every month like we did this past year because there's too much. It's too much. It would be a 9-hour video. You guys would be hella bored and sick of me. We can't do that. But I will say February 20th, massive day. Eclipse season this year. We'll have one that's still in the old cycle of Pisces in the North Node, Virgo in the South Node. But then the nodes are going to shift in the summer. And Aquarius is going to be in the North Node and Leo will be in the South Node. That means the eclipse seasons will now happen in your signs for the next 18 months. This is why I said you're going to be hella affected. There's no more powerful energy that we deal with than eclipse energy. And that means by way of transformation. Along with Pluto being in Aquarius, the planet of radical transformation and the sign of rebellion and radical change, will be together for the next 19 years. So we're looking at major political and social changes where our way of living doesn't ever look the same again. It'll be nothing like what you know now. The more adaptable you are, the easier this transition will be for you. And it's not something to be afraid of. The bridge year, 2025, was always the year everybody was afraid of. 2026 is what we were building towards, right? We're off the bridge now. We made it. It won't be so bad. It's going to be a lot of change, but it's going to be beautiful change and welcome to change. And you're going to wake up to the fact that you have a lot more power in it than you thought you did anyway. So you can have your reality look whatever way you want your reality to look like. That's basically what I'm saying. So remember that. The 20th, the whole beginning of January. A little bit of March, but March is kind of quiet except for the one eclipse. The summertime, June, July, like holy shit. That's when the nodes are going to flip. And then Jupiter is going to go into Leo also. So Leo's, that's a great sign for you. I mean, you want Jupiter in your sign. So, you know, the sign of luck and good fortune and expansion and growth and expecting major glow up if you have Leo placement in your chart. Some August, there's a bit, I'm trying to like put it mildly. August is my birthday. I don't even want to think about it, but August is right on my birthday, I think, is the eclipse. And that one might be pretty powerful because of other things that are going on at the same time, like astrologically. What else? November, December, I think will be quieter for sure. But beginning of the year is really just Capricorn and Aquarius season are wild. wild. So we'll do a little more of that bit by bit. It's just overwhelming. Like we're 15 minutes in, we haven't read tarot yet, but it's fine. If there is anything that you guys want to know more about, let me know in the comments and I'll do a video for you, or we'll do a live or something. But overall, basically for right now, your advice is everybody should be focused on leaving what they need to leave in 2025, release and let go. I did a very powerful fire burning like release last night and it was dope. So glad I did it. Like, yes, I cried for like 7 hours, but it's fine. It's over now and I'm fine. I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad it's behind me. Play Rearview Mirror by Pearl Jam. Burn some shit. It's my best advice. Focus on what it is that you're bringing in 2026 because it's actually going to come. Know that it's coming, but know that what you're focused on is what you're going to get. Watch your vibe. I cannot stress how important it is. Watch your vibe, especially around February 20th. Make sure you're vibrating high. Make sure you're focused on long-term goals. Make sure you know who you are and you know what you want. Okay? I hope that was serious enough because I'm really trying to drive it in. It's a big deal. So we'll talk more about the astrology later. This is that iMagic astrology, it's like a monthly planner sort of situation that I was telling you guys about. Highly recommend iMagic. I think they might even be like discounted now. They're a little expensive, I'm not gonna lie, but they're dope. It'll help you track all the moon phases and all the things when your favorite psychic on YouTube is late posting your videos. That never happens. Sure it doesn't. Okay, so we're getting an idea for the collective, what this is going to look like in 2026. And then I don't yet know if every sign is going to get a full like 2026 forecast or just a January, because Spirit hasn't said. But I know some signs I definitely need to give messages to. So like Aquarius, Leo, Libra, Gemini, Capricorn. Pisces, Virgo probably too, because you're leaving the nodes. All right, best and highest messages for the collective for 2026. What's the overall energy of the year look like for the collective? Remember, it's a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. If you want to book a private reading with me, the way to do that is in the description box. And thank you guys so much for your continued love and support of me and the channel, your likes, shares, subscribes, and just sharing your beautiful energy with me. I'm super grateful and it helps more than you can imagine. So thank you, my babes. I'm leaving that. That one didn't go in for a reason. You have the storyteller at the bottom of the deck. It's like a puppet show, shadow vibes. 2026 for the collective. It's the overall energy. Oh, I had a vision. I had a vision when I was getting ready for your reading. I'll tell you guys about it in a minute. I just want to get your cards out. Oof. The Catalyst, the Tailor, the Forgotten. And the one that stuck out is the Guide. Well, at least we know you're going to be guided to the right path in 2026. The Forgotten is about missed opportunities or a fear of failure. The Tailor is about attention to detail and like taking pride in things, right? Having integrity, taking pride in your work. The Catalyst is about radical changes. Literally. So don't worry about it. That's what I'm hearing. Okay? There's nothing to fear here. You're going to be guided through all of these radical changes, and you'll have an opportunity to have a little control in certain ways, as long as you're tailoring this, right, to what it is that you want. Attention to detail and pride. What do you value, right? What do you have pride in or want to bring into your life? What would make you feel proud of who you are, what you do, how you live your life, right? That's what you should be focused on bringing in 2026 before that February 20th moment. I'm just going to call it a moment. Because we're going to be fine. It's fine. It's just change. Change is fun. Are you guys bored? I mean, are you happy now? Do you like the way shit's going down right now? I'm sure most of you said no. So why would we be afraid of something changing if it's not great now? That's just silly. You've been through changes before, right? I'm sure you could think of a million right now. You made it through every time. We'll make it through this too. So 17 just jumped out at me, which, interesting enough, is the Fates card. Good sign for the collective 2026. These are so pretty. Time for a nap, number 24. Pretty moon. These are beautiful. You have 26, and it just says happy, happy on it. That doesn't sound terrible. I'm also hearing abundance. A lot of like sunshiny energy here too, like starlight and sunshine. And the Fates. Okay. I want you guys to hear this message about the Fates. It's your most important energy coming through for sure. It's actually the strongest energy so far of your like whole 2026. Fate, karma, acceptance, that there are things that you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. I love that. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events and your current circumstances have taught you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity Prayer, which I'm sure you all are like familiar with, right? It's always on like AA meetings and stuff like that. So if this is like relationship energy for you, it's going to be different for everybody. It says other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be, so that you can remain in the relationship and avoid being uncomfortable. True. So true. What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now's the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally. For each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you're meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. So you learned something by meeting this person. They were a teacher in your life, which is a soulmate. That's a strong connection that makes it harder when it leaves. And this doesn't have to be romantic. It could be business, partnerships, like whatever, friends. But at the end of the day, the thing that we have to always remember is like, you know, be grateful for what they taught us, the time we had with them, and how our soul grew by knowing each other, our souls, and forgive everything, because it doesn't matter. You were just doing what you were contracted to do, right? Just learning and growing as a soul. But know that anything that leaves your life that you may have really, really wanted and tried so hard to cling on to or hold on to, anything like that that leaves your life, it's only leaving because something so much more suited to who you are becoming is available to you. There's something so much better coming, you know? Okay, I feel like that sunk in. I just heard door number 3. You guys got it. You guys definitely got it. Okay. Prosperity messages. Your experiences concerning prosperity and abundance are beyond your personal control right now. You're being invited to accept what is unreservedly. This could be a temporary situation seemingly thrust upon you by outside forces, but there's an underlying purpose that you can't see right now, and it has been determined by the fates. It could be a situation you are unprepared for, and you may not understand how it will benefit you in the moment. Do not fight the situation. Ride it out and see where it leads. Surrender to it, and the serenity you need to make good choices from here on out will be given to you, and you will flourish. It's all a matter of you like working on discernment, right? And then trusting that you have it, you know, trusting your discernment. Your protection message. It is difficult to understand why painful things happen to good people. Fate is a mystery after all. Yet what we do with our circumstances, the way in which we respond to life's challenges, is how we rise up to greet our destiny. Now is one of those times to be aware of your powerlessness to change certain situations and surrender to acceptance. Hang in there. Life will only get better. Act as if you believe that, for the only thing you can control right now is your attitude. When you align with the fates, being mindful of what you can and cannot change, serenity will come to you. It's talking about flow, right? Accepting the things that cannot change is accept that it's over. Accept that you put a lot of time and effort into that and you loved that person and you really wanted it, but it's over. Accept that, because the sooner you do, the sooner you will heal. And if you just flow with the river, you don't have to do any work. You know Dani loves a lazy river. I just want to lay there under the sun and be taken to my destination. I don't want to row and shit, right? I don't want to fight the rapids. I don't want to swim upstream. I just want to be carried there. The only way to do that is to accept whatever it is, right? It is what it is, and decide to just flow. Universe, take the wheel. I hope everybody's singing that song right now. As cruel as that may sound, I do. All right, we're going to get you one more oracle message before we play your tarot. I lied. We're going to get you two more. Sorry. I just work here. Whatever Spirit says. Collective 2026. Ancient oak spirits. Seriously powerful in Native American culture and Celtic culture too. You can sit underneath the oak tree and it'll give you some of its strength and wisdom. It's card number 2. You have Starry Night, which says acceptance. I can't make this up. Enchanted Fern Grotto with refuge. This cute chick, whatever she's doing, I don't know. I think she caught a fairy or something. Her balls. It's got balls. I don't know. Air Spirit Knowledge. That's a good one. And it's card number 1. Brand new start, right? Reset. And then stability. Number 14. Stability is what you will have, right? Coming after this big reset. Whatever you're letting go of course, you're not going to feel stable. You have to rebuild that. But being strong, right? Accepting what you know. You have knowledge here. Accept the truth of what you know. That person already told you who they are. They did. They told you and they showed you. You have the wisdom. You just don't want to do it. Be strong. Do it. If it's quitting a job, leaving a relationship, whatever, even like having to have boundaries in a family situation, just do it. There's refuge waiting for you. The literal refuge card with whatever an enchanted fern grotto is. Look at that. It's like paradise. It's waiting for you. You just have to accept what you know. Accept the things you cannot change. And then you get stability. That's your prize, right? That's the abundance. You get to have stability in your earthly 3D life. It literally says that. Earth stability. Right? What you have isn't stable. It's an illusion of stability. Because if it's easily knocked down, easily towered, it was never stable. Right? It just looked that way. Because you wanted it to. Because you looked at what you wanted to see. Or you fell in love with someone's potential. Or a job's potential. Or whatever. Right? Or you make decisions based on the way other people are going to view you or view those choices, as opposed to just being like, fuck what they say. I'm going to do what I know makes my heart happy and what is authentically aligned with me. I felt like that might have been a little harsh, but if I said it that way, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. Spirit really wants you to take this seriously because it's your time to ascend. You're meant for so much more, but you're limiting yourself. The only roadblocks that exist are the ones we create. The universe doesn't give them to us. They're all self-made. For the collective 2026. Yeah, home. Not surprised to see that, right? With all the Cancer energy coming through. 4th house, home and family. It's also card 10, which is 1. We are leaving behind a 9-year, 2025, which is endings, things leaving all day. 2026 is a 10-year, which is a 1. Restart. Brand new, like reset, remember? So Stormy, we know Stormy's been showing up pretty much in every daily. 21. You need to shift your focus. 9 and 24. And transform. Butterfly, symbol of transformation. Card 19, so it's also a 10 and then a 1. It's all about restart. Your whole reading is about the brand new beginning. It's no longer about the endings. That's done. That's 2025. That's all gone. You don't have to worry about all of that anymore. No Five of Pentacles, right? Abandoned wounds and feeling left out in the cold. That all stays in 2025. 2026 is a year of not dimming your light for anybody or for anything. And just being who you're meant to be, right? Proudly just shine your light. And, you know, move through things a little easier, right? Quickly accept what you can't change. Be strong and just move on to the next. Welcome the next thing that Spirit wants to bring into your life, okay? Like I said, the more you flow, the easier this is all going to be. But your transformation, that's now. This is happening now. You know, this is like, all the endings are done. We're done with the 9-year. This is brand new beginning, step 1. Like, you're ready to take the first steps. You don't have to sit here and like live in this energy anymore. Just focus. What should the collective focus on, Spirit? What should the collective focus on? Nobody ever said that transformation was easy, you know? Like, transforming's not easy. I mean, if it was, it would be nothing to achieve it, right? Everybody would. So your first message is courage. You need to focus on courage, being strong. You have strength and courage both here. Be grounded. 22, connected to the earth, right? Go sit under an oak tree. Make sure you're spending time in nature. Stay grounded like with 3D earth energy. Divine Masculine is here. So for a lot of y'all, you are shifting through a twin flame cycle or shaking off a twin flame. My heart goes out to you. That is the worst thing a soul can ever go through. I feel you. I'm sorry. But you had to have boundaries, right? Boundaries were a big thing here. In all of these relationships or connections, whatever this is for you, there's like the twin flame peeps, there's like work peeps here, there's soulmate peeps. And there is some of y'all dealing with family situations too, for sure. But it's, you know, like I said, different for all of you. You've had to be strong through this. You really have. But this transformation is absolutely for your highest good. You know, you just need to believe that the refuge, right? The peace, the tranquility, the happiness is just on the other side of this year. It's a couple more days away. And then you have to allow yourself to transform. You have to allow yourself to cleanse and leave it behind. So you're going to learn something new. This is the second time you have a knowledge card here. You're going to learn something new about the situation that's going to shift your perspective. And it's going to be exactly what you needed to hear. Okay? Like, you guys know I always talk about the one night during my Dark Night of the Soul in 2022, where I heard Spirit say, like, they didn't leave you. Stop saying they just abandoned you. We removed them because they were holding you back. They were your block. Hearing that changed everything. That was the perspective flip I needed to stop feeling like everyone abandons me, right? And I'm not worthy, and who would love me, and all the things, and see things in a different way. That actually, no, that person just totally didn't deserve me, wasn't aligned to me, and I have been dimming my light for 20 years, 30 years maybe, because I was. It was a huge day, and you're going to have that moment of clarity too, all of you, soon. Saturn energy. There's a lot of responsibility and adulty heavy vibes around. But look, relief. Relief is coming. You just got to transmute it, right? Transmute the energy. Decide what you're changing it to, and trust. Trust yourself. Trust your discernment. Trust your intuition. Trust the signs that your ancestors... Oh, it's funny, I said ancestors and not like gods and angels. Okay. Trust the signs that your ancestors are bringing you. Believe that they are what they are. You know, trust your intuition. Keep your boundaries very strong, especially for those of you dealing with this divine masculine twin flame or like authority figure. You need to maintain strong boundaries with the male authority figure, period, all of you. Like father, boss, just someone older, you know, than you, or, you know, just someone in a position of power compared to where, like how you know them, something like that. Okay. And like I said, for a lot of y'all, it's twin flame. You're transforming at a faster rate than them. I'm hearing, like, it's almost like they've always been like maybe a step or two behind, but like there, like it was cool. It wasn't a big deal. But now you're about to launch, you know, 10 steps ahead, and they're not going to. They're going to continue to just slowly crawl forward, because they're maybe not doing the work as deeply as you are, or not able to see certain truths about themselves or the situation yet. So you're meant to have boundaries here. You're not meant to continue with that person, that situation, that job, whatever. It doesn't have to mean forever, but not right now. Relief's coming. It's my favorite part of the message. I need that too. I do. Okay, let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. I'm finally pulling a tarot card for the love of God. And I'm still feeling like basically only reading January, February energy. Like, even though I intended on this being like your full year ahead, but Spirit's like, bitch, you can't handle all that at one time. Probably true. Some of y'all feel like your guides have forgotten you. That's not true. I know that we go through long periods where we might be feeling really foggy, or like we have no direction, or even if like your intuition is not there, or you know, you're just not connecting to your spirit family. I promise you that's not what's happening. When you're in a foggy space, it's because there's so much going on behind the scenes. You're almost in like a holding pattern while they finish it up for you, because whatever you're leaving behind, you're leaving behind. There's no going back. It's okay. The fogginess is when you should be in your hermit mode, right? Working on introspection, getting to know your higher self. There's no better guide than your higher self, and they'll never leave you. They can't. Okay. Do the connecting to your higher self meditation on my channel every day if you can. If not, like 3 days a week. It's less than 10 minutes. Do it out in nature. You can kill 2 spiritual birds with 1 stone. Eight of Earth, 4 of Earth, 3 of Fire. All right. Definitely got a lot of earthy energy coming through, though, in the beginning with your tarot reading. Normally, like 8 of Earth, right, is 8 of Pentacles. That's like about hard work, mastering something. It's about like being an apprentice or like learning. It's something like that. Like you're working hard towards a goal. A goal is like finished at 9, or 10. It's like you're moving on to something else. You're at an 8. So you've worked at this for a long time. It's like you've been trying to grow something for a long time. For a lot of you, I feel like it's like collaboration or community, finding your soul tribe. Like, I don't know, I'm getting this coven vibe. Like, when babes, we used to come, I'm at my aunt and uncle's house, I'm house sitting. But when we used to come here to do our like, weekly classes and meetings and like solstice and whatever, that's kind of what I'm seeing. And OG babes, there's bees on the cards. I know that y'all will understand and appreciate the significance of that. I love you guys. I miss you. Crazy. 4 of Earth is stability. 4s are always about stability. Like 4 of Earth is 4 of Pentacles. Sometimes that can be a warning sign that you may be holding on too hard or too tight to something. And a lot of times that something is control, which means you're not flowing. So check yourself. And 3 of Fire is the opposite. 3 of Fire is like, I'm not in a holding pattern. I am gone. It's travel, like world travel, exploration. You're kind of just expecting your ship to come in, because you've already started down the path to it. What else for the collective 2026? You have 7 of Water, 7 of Cups. It's all about dreams and options. Lots of options being available to you, and especially lots of chances for your dreams to come true. For the collective 2026, please. Wow, that one came out super weird. Number 16, it's the love card. So it doesn't have to be relationship. Again, there's like a fox on this card. Okay, it could be a person, a job you love. You could just love life. You could find a way to fall in love with you and finally work on self-love and worth. And we have the Sun card, which is number 3 in this deck. Butterflies everywhere. Obviously an owl, so there's a guide here. And an offer, right? To reach the sun energy, which is the happiest card in all of tarot, the highest you can get. It's also the height of masculine energy. And there's a lot of masculine energy in 2026, especially during Capricorn and Aquarius season. Like, wild. For the collective, please. Show me 2026. What's coming towards them? What's coming in for them in 2026? You have the world at the bottom of the deck, and look behind him. The world's like burning down, and it's card number 1. Brand new beginning, brand new start. It's never card number 1 in tarot. Just in this deck, this is Witch's Tarot, or Witch's Wisdom Tarot. It's one of those two. Wheel of Life, that's the Wheel of Fortune. Abundance, right? Options, everything's coming to you. There's a brand new path here, without a doubt, right? You have the Goddess of Earth. I can't show you that too much, or I'm going to get banned from YouTube. 3 of Water, 3 of Cups, right? So Wheel of Fortune, destined path, karma, right? Opportunity. Goddess of Earth, that is Pentacle vibes all day. Mother Earth, creation, it's fertility, you know, like reaping what you've sown, plant in fertile soil so that there's so much for you to harvest at the end. And 3 of Water, 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is a celebratory card. It's a card about finding your tribe, people being really happy for you, genuinely happy for you, and things that are happening to you. It's a very like joyous, like party vibes card. It's a celebration. But I'm hearing it more like in a healing way. Like what's coming in now that everything has left that's going to leave, you know, and the 9 year of just loss and things completing is behind us, and we're on the brand new, all fresh start, exciting, like full card, naive, like happy, excited energy. There is like a cleansing that happens here. Oh, that reminds me of the vision I had, because it was in the vision. Where did I write it? I probably should have bookmarked that page. It wasn't my best decision, but we'll find it. I had this vision like while I was setting up for your reading, which it doesn't happen very often when I do collective readings unless I like ask for it, but I did. So I did automatic writing. I saw this like purple vase. It looked like it might have been hand painted with little flowers coming out of it. It might have been daisies. I saw a train station, and like you got onto this train. It was like a subway train, and you were like a normal woman, like in, you know, 3D Earth, but they looked like little girls in like a cartoon, right? Like they weren't, yeah, they were like a like Avatar like energy, but they were cute, like these cute little girls. One of them reminded me of Boo from that Monsters movie, if y'all know what I'm talking about. And I got this feeling that like you were walking past them and you smiled at one because you knew it was you. It was your inner child, right? Your self from a long time ago. And it was a message that there's like this inner child healing that needs to happen. You need to go back to some period that you are not letting go of so that you can take the anchor off your cape so you can fly in 2026. Okay? So, like you walked past this girl, whatever, you're on this like subway train, and then all of a sudden you were in a waterfall, like in like Maui or something. You know how they just like occur, and it's green and lush and beautiful everywhere, and you were like holding hands with your inner child, and the water was like rushing over you from this beautiful waterfall, and directly behind that, but you couldn't see because, you know, it was kind of like a mountain right directly behind you, but just behind that mountain that you couldn't see was the sun, and you were moving towards it. It was like this cleansing ritual had to happen in order for you to get to the sun. And then the train started to move the other way. So it was almost like a choice, almost like a decision. And I'm wondering if that was why like the 2s and 222 have been everywhere in your readings lately, because of this is the decision, right? You can choose to go back and stay stuck with the unhealed inner child in the 3D lower vibrational energy. Or you can choose to dive deep right now while winter is supporting you. It's the time to do it, to work in shadow and heal that shit and do your inner child healing. Y'all know my meditation for it. It's on the channel to, you know, heal your inner child and like cut those energetic cords that keep you bound, and then move forward, healed, because you're going to walk through the waterfall, right? And water's healing. You know, we drink water to cleanse our organs, raise shower to cleanse our bodies. We cry to cleanse our energy. Water is a healer. So be intentional about it. You know, you can divinate your water. You can literally do magic on your water and be like, this is healing me every sip I take. Same thing with your shower or your bath. It's just intention. 99% of magic is just your intention. You can do that. Just be conscious that this water is cleansing you, and conscious of what you're washing away, what you're allowing to let go, and actually cry. Like, if I can do it, you can do it. You know I don't do that. I'm a Capricorn moon and a Virgo Venus. I don't do that. I don't feel shit until I do. And then it's like an eruption and it's terrible. So just do it. Just cry. Let it hurt. It hurts for 5 seconds. And then your life is changed forever and you'll be so grateful. Just face it. Okay? Okay, I'm not going to leave you on a negative. That was such a negative note. Not that, I mean, it's not. It's positive. It's for your growth. But, like, still, I don't like the vibe. I'll give you a better vibe. Oh, I can't not use tea leaves. Kristen will be so upset. Not in a 2026 forecast. Best and highest messages. What's coming towards the collective in 2026? What will it look like? What's the energy for my collective 2026? Ooh, 4-leaf clover. Great or good fortune. I told y'all. It's like I know what I'm talking about sometimes. That one's weird. That one was weird, but I'm going to take it. Pay attention to your health. Some of y'all are getting Virgo's 6th house. If you've been trying to heal from something, or you've been going through like a chronic illness and people haven't been able to give you answers or like the right medication or treatment yet, you're going to have better luck there too. You're going to find somebody new that is like, oh, I have the perfect solution for what you have, and you're going to feel better. Star. Guaranteed success, y'all, in 2026. Star and a 4-leaf clover. Which, interesting fact. A 4-leaf clover is actually a weed in Ireland. It's not good luck. Only a 3-leaf is. We don't pick 4-leaf clovers. But we do pick shamrocks. They have 3. No 4. For the collective 2026. I'm seeing feathers. Some of y'all are getting messages through feathers. Those are your ancestors or your angels that do that. Yeah, owl just jumped out. No question about it. It says good advice from a wise person. So you have a teacher coming in that's going to show you something that maybe will help you get that perspective change that you need. It could be somebody on YouTube, you know, that you watch a tarot reading and you hear something. But there's definitely like an ancestor, a guide, an angel, or a literal teacher coming into your 3D life. You're going to meet somebody new that's going to really help you. Problems to be solved. They're going to help you solve your problems. See? Fantastic. A chain of events, February 20th, that will affect your life. Weeping Willow, family sorrow. We all know that house and family, home and family is going to be highlighted here with the full moon Cancer. You know, it's painful. I know it is. I'm dealing with it too. Lots of home and family change. But just know that it's for the highest good, and you still have to keep your boundaries and follow what you're meant to do. Okay? Don't be tempted to lower your standards. Yeah, that sounds a lot like follow your boundaries, right? Just keep going. Don't let it bother you. Anything else? It'll come back around anyway. It's just what has to happen now. Growing has to happen on the other, like the part of the other person that you're dealing with. But they can't hold you back from your glow up anymore. Anything else? Dog barking. That's fitting. Advice from a friend. Again, advice from a friend. Okay? Listen, someone's got something to tell you that's really going to help you out. I hope it's this. I hope it's my video. If it is, leave me a comment. Be like, oh my God, Dani, your video changed my life. I would want to know that. I got a really cool email the other day from a client that I did a reading for that had been trying to get pregnant for a really long time. And I was like, oh my God, it's like totally going to happen. And she was like, guess what, girl, I'm pregnant. It was really cool. I love that. I love when you guys come back to me and tell me, like, you know, about how your readings panned out and stuff like that. It's the best. Always do that. Come back to these videos and comment once these things happen. Even if it's to be like, Dani, you were so wrong. Like, that's not what happened. Like, I don't care. Like, just tell me. I want to know. I want to know how it pans out. Friendship. I just heard friendship. some of you might end up building a nice friendship with this past twin flame that you unfortunately have decided you can't twin flame with anymore. But throughout the year, it's going to take a little bit of time, like probably not for another 3 to 6 months. But like by the end of the year, I could see you guys becoming good friends. No matter what, a twin flame is someone you're going to learn so much from. You don't have to be in a romantic relationship with them. They're just your mirror. 2026 for the collective. Best and highest messages, please. Oh, things are flying. The Radiant Sun deck says birth, rebirth, right? That's that Empress energy, just like we were talking about. Rebirth, reset, all the things, right? Brand new beginnings. But remember, Cancer rules the house of home and family. So that might be resonating again for you guys. And the Sun in Pisces with vision. That's your 12th house. Vision. You are creating the vision, right? Like your rebirth, your new reality, your reset is up to you. It's aligned to your vision. So like, what's your sights on? You know, what is within your vision? Charity, which is Saturn in Cancer energy again, 4th house. So some of y'all might be receiving an inheritance and an unexpected one too. If that happens, you better comment and tell me, because I was pretty specific. Or just receiving a gift from the universe, a new opportunity, some kind of abundance is coming in here for sure, for all of you, not just some of you. If you see this message and you find it, hit the like button, put your energy in it, and know that this message is for you. You wouldn't have found it if it wasn't. Something in here is going to resonate to the point where you're just like, holy shit, that's for me. It will. Capricorn energy, convention, 10th house, career, right? Goals, expansion. Scorpio, extremism. So I'm hearing extreme expansion. You have inheritance. Oh my God, stop it. It actually does say that. It really does. Saturn, inheritance. Saturn and Scorpio. You have revenge, more Scorpio energy. All the Scorpio cards are so nice. Like revenge, extremism. Although you did get inheritance from that. Gemini energy with flattery. It's Mercury. It's about knowledge, about thinking. Exaltation, Taurus. So this is happening, right, while Mars is exalted in Capricorn, within Capricorn season. You've been patient. You've been trying to bring this in a long time, Virgo energy. Sagittarius season, you did something with that new moon. I knew it. Or the full moon. You guys made this happen. Like you really focused on your intention setting ritual you did with me this time. Like this past month, I knew you did. And you got it. Like you nailed it. Like now you're on the principal journey, right? Your journey to your highest good. Like you're focused on bigger picture things and like collective conscious healing and expansion. And it's going to be super positive for you and really lucky because it's Jupiter energy. Yeah, now you get fulfillment because you made the right choice. You went the right way. You did the right things. You did the hard work. So now you get fulfillment in 2026. That's a lot of big change and a lot of abundance for you to have like cards like fulfillment and 7 of Cups over and over again. You have a card that literally just says happy, happy on it. That's all you're gonna have, right? Like that's all it says. What more do you need to know? You're happy. You'll be happy. See what you're healing. Look at your spiritual message, and then look out for your sign-specific readings. Okay. I'm going to Key West. I hope to get some filmed there and just get some really cool like content and stuff for you guys while I'm there for New Year's. Let me know what you guys are doing for New Year's too. This year, I don't think it's ever been more important to make New Year's Eve a ritual. You know, like you need to release because 2026 is step 0. It's so brand new, you know. Wow, got a shit ton. This is that one you guys really like. Of course, I can't remember the name of it right now, but you'll know what I mean. You have 36. Could you surrender just a bit more? See, you're not flowing. Some of us are holding on to controls. Talking to you, Taurus and Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini. The seeker, all-seeing eye, spirit, and release. See, you're shown. Spirit is showing you what you have to release. You already know. You just don't like it. You just don't like it. But you know. You gotta let it go. The alchemist, empowerment, pain, and sorceress. That's the magician. See, you're creating your own reality. You have the vision. Oh, I don't break that easy. Not anymore. Instead, I use things as fuel, which is the true definition of alchemy. right? Taking the grief and the pain and the sorrow, whatever that we feel, and transmuting that into fuel that makes us want to go pursue a new career or like grow our soul or start a yoga practice, like whatever, right? Using that as fuel to better yourself and like the whole of the earth, the greater good of like the entire conscious collective. You're an alchemist. You have acceptance. Again, this is the third time. Some of y'all really ain't listening. Taurus, Virgo, what are y'all doing? You're not letting go. Aquarius. 42. You can let go now. Surrender to what is. It's literally what it says. This is the best card of the night. This is going to be the cover and the title of your video. Letting go. Water. It says water and non-resistance. See? Go flow in the goddamn river and go transmute and heal in the water. And you have the mirror. Stop it. It's like I'm psychic, I swear. Number 26. Self-reflection, writer, and big picture. Some of y'all need to journal. And like, look in the mirror and don't be afraid to face your harsh truths. We're not all great at everything. We weren't all perfect all the time. You know, someone else may see us in a different light, and accepting that is not always easy. It's not easy at all. It's like an ego death. It's like a dark night of the soul in and of itself. But you have to accept it. You have to. Accept whatever their truth is, wherever they are, wherever they decide to stay. You're moving on. You're going. Nothing's holding you back ever again. Yeah. Blessings and empowerment. Blessings are coming as soon as you empower yourself to put you first and love you enough to maintain strong boundaries, leave what needs to stay in 2025, and embrace all of the new change coming towards you in 2026. Don't resist it. It's for your highest good. Okay? Thanks, babes. I love you guys. I'll see you in your forecast for your astrology readings and psychic readings for all the months and all the signs. I love you guys tons. Have a really happy new year. Love and light.